Archangel Michael says, a storm has been brewing behind closed doors, and now it is bursting open with chaos. The reason is you, yes, your name is echoing in rooms where envy breathes. Someone is absolutely losing their mind because they cannot control you anymore, and it's driving them to a dangerous edge. They built their entire game around your obedience, your silence, your loyalty. But now that you have broken free, their grip has slipped, and their schemes have cracked like glass. What you thought was over is not. The energy surrounding you is becoming heavier because someone is spiraling, mad with obsession. They are watching your every move, but not with admiration, only with the rage of someone who thought you would forever play by their rules. They never imagined you would stand up, walk away, and become unshakable. Your independence is their nightmare now. Their hands tremble when your name comes up, their voice shakes because you are no longer the pawn. They can't handle your power. In rooms lit by fake smiles, whispers are louder than thunder. People are shocked at how untouchable you've become. Type Amen to get blessing 333. One woman is crying in silence, but not from sadness, she's crying because her plan failed. She swore you would never rise this far, and now she's the one crawling in the dark. Even the ones who supported her are walking away from her madness. The shift has happened. You're no longer the quiet one in the background. They see you, they fear you, they talk about you. And the one who thought they owned your mind is now locked in their own psychological prison. The very idea that they no longer matter in your life is something they can't digest. It's tearing at their soul, slowly and deeply. While they're pretending everything is fine, their eyes are wild with regret and confusion. Archangel Michael says, there's power in walking away, and you've done it without turning back. You took your soul and closed the door behind you. Now they are left with nothing but echoes of your strength haunting them. Type Amen to get blessing 117. They tried to make you small, just enough to fit in their little box of manipulation. But the divine light in you grew too loud to be dimmed. You burned through their lies, and now they choke on their own smoke. Someone told them to back off, but they didn't. Listen. They kept pushing, controlling, and cornering you. And now their obsession is showing, everyone sees the cracks in their mask. They're watching your social media, talking about your glow-up, hating every step you take that doesn't involve them. The people who used to be loyal to them are starting to defend you now. Everything is changing because truth is rising like the sun. They scream in silence every time someone praises you. The way people adore your growth eats at them like acid. You are the mirror they hate because it shows them what they are not. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There's an unspoken war happening, and most don't even realize it. But in the spiritual realm, it's a battlefield. This person's energy has become heavy, chaotic, and desperate. They've started consulting people, asking what they can do to bring you back under their influence. But what they don't know is, you are not returning. You've entered a divine contract of elevation and they're not part of it anymore. Your glow is natural, it doesn't need their permission to shine. Every blessing you receive now is a result of what they tried to block. But heaven remembered you even when they wanted you erased. They are trying to bait you back into conversations, dramas, and setups. But something inside you knows better now. you've upgraded spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. They cannot access you the way they used to. Type Amen to get blessing 711. The people around them have started whispering. Why are they so obsessed? Why do they talk about you so much? Their madness is no longer a secret, it's entertainment to some and disturbing to others. Someone close to them is secretly reporting everything back to someone in your favor. You are more protected than you think. A spiritual circle has been formed around your name. They're not just angry, you've made them irrelevant. That's the wound they can't heal. All the games they played worked on others, but failed on you. Their pride was built on controlling others. You breaking free was like pulling the thread that unraveled their entire empire. Now the spotlight is on their behavior, not yours. Type Amen to get blessing 292. Archangel Michael says, you were not meant to be a puppet, you were chosen to be a breaker of chains. That's why the storm rose against you so violently. But that same storm is now drowning those who created it. There's evidence piling up around them, screenshots, voices, patterns, lies. Things they thought were hidden are being revealed like wildfire. The heavens are tired of watching you suffer silently. Some are watching from a distance, waiting to see if you'll break down. But instead, you're rising with grace. And every rise is making the one who tried to hold you down more and more insane. This is not just jealousy anymore, it's spiritual insanity. They can't sleep, they're restless, they're haunted. Your strength is a sword cutting through everything fake in their life. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They are trying to copy you now. From the way you speak to the way you dress, even to the way you love. But authenticity can never be stolen, it always shows up differently on someone fake. They created stories about you just to feel superior. Now those same stories are being unraveled one by one. And they have no idea how to handle the truth that's cornering them. Someone unexpected is coming to you soon with confirmation. They will tell you just how obsessed this person has become. It will shock you, but it will also liberate you. They're planting traps now, but walking into them themselves. The energy is backfiring. Every move they make in darkness is being reversed in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 536. You are not paranoid. The dream you had, the feeling you've been sensing, it's all true. Their energy has been reaching out to yours constantly, but it's being blocked by divine protection. They are spiraling now, going from friend to friend, trying to gather information. But the gates are closing. People are no longer feeding their curiosity. Their desperation is leaking through their words. Even when they pretend to be over you, they bring you up in conversations more than ever. They don't miss you, they miss controlling you. Archangel Michael says, your glow has become a warning to them. The message is clear, you can no longer touch what God has chosen to elevate. And that realization is breaking their spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They are blaming others now for their failure to trap you. Saying it's this person's fault or that person's influence. But deep down, they know, you outgrew them, and that was their undoing. A door is about to open for you soon, and it will publicly elevate you. This will be the final blow to their ego. Watching your success without access to you will drive them further into madness. They once mocked your pain, but now they are drowning in their own. You're not seeking revenge, you're simply thriving. And that's the most painful thing they never expected. Your peace is their punishment. Your silence is their confusion. And your growth? That is the thunderstorm they never saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Archangel Michael says, let them talk, let them spiral, let them burn in the chaos they created. You are above it now. And they know it, they feel it in every heartbeat that trembles at the mention of your name. Their energy is being rejected by the same people they used to manipulate. Nobody believes them anymore. Your truth has become too loud. You're walking through fire with grace, and the flames aren't touching you anymore. They underestimated how divinely armored you are. They didn't know heaven had already marked you as untouchable. Soon, someone will come forward who saw it all from the beginning. Their words will confirm every hidden thing you suspected. And when they speak, the final pieces will fall into place. Type Amen to get blessing 909. They will try to reach out again, but it won't be out of love, it will be out of fear. Fear that you have truly moved on. Fear that their control is lost forever. Block the energy, stay centered. The drama is beneath you now. Every time you rise, their panic grows. They once told people you were weak. Now those same people see your strength clearer than daylight. You don't need to explain yourself, your success speaks the truth louder than any rumor. People are watching closely. And the more they observe, the more they realize who was truly the problem. That's why the tables are turning fast. Type Amen to get blessing 313. They're exhausted from trying to pull you back in. The more they try, the more they lose. And now, they're scared, not of you, but of your purpose. You were never meant to be trapped in their world. That's why your soul fought back. That's why heaven intervened. This madness they carry will only deepen as your blessings increase. Stay grounded. The breakthrough is closer than ever. The time has come. You are being crowned with honor in places you were once shamed. And those who laughed at you will now be silenced by your glow. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They're pacing back and forth in their mind, trying to understand how they lost their grip on you. They rehearsed your weakness in their mind, but never prepared for your evolution. Your strength now screams in every direction they tried to silence. You weren't supposed to find peace without them. But now, peace finds you, wraps around you, and protects you from the chaos they birthed. They can't understand how you've become so calm while they crumble internally. The same voice that once broke you now sounds empty. The power they held over you has vanished into dust. Their threats no longer echo, their actions no longer hold weight. And as they spiral deeper into the madness of not being able to control you, they forget the biggest truth: you were never theirs to control. You belong to something far higher. And that divine hand has pulled you into safety. Type Amen to get blessing 828. They check your presence like an addict needing their next hit. Your confidence is a drug they can't stop craving. But your absence is the withdrawal that's making them lose their mind. They're angry not because you hurt them, but because you stopped letting them hurt you. You said no. You closed the door. And now they're slamming fists on walls, trying to undo what can't be undone. You've become the one thing they can't rewrite. They tried to twist your story, but your silence has become the loudest proof of their failure. They don't know how to fight someone who no longer plays their game. They pretend to be okay around others, but their eyes carry the storm of their defeat. People can see it now, something is wrong with them, and it has everything to do with you. Type Amen to get blessing 525. They've even tried spiritual manipulation to pull you back. Burning candles. Speaking words. Calling your name in ways that distort energy. But heaven has shut that gate permanently. Someone on their side has started walking away because they no longer trust their motives. A shift in the circle has begun. The truth is reaching the surface faster than they can lie. They underestimated how much you would change once you found your worth. Now they stare at your transformation with trembling regret. You are no longer accessible. You once cried over them. You once begged for clarity. But look at you now. Whole, calm, glowing, moving forward while they collapse behind a mask of control gone wild. Type Amen to get blessing 161. Every time your name comes up in their mouth, their energy drains a little more. The weight of the lies, the manipulation, and the obsession is becoming too much to carry. Even their health is beginning to show signs of this spiritual collapse. You were never the villain, they just couldn't handle losing control of their favorite puppet. But the puppet learned to cut the strings. And now the puppeteer is sitting in silence, rocking in confusion. There are whispers now, louder than before. People who used to believe them are turning their heads. The shame is returning to the source that started it. They try to blame you for everything, but their story is falling apart. You never fought them, you just stopped dancing to their broken tune. And that's what made them lose it completely. Type Amen to get blessing 696. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid of their madness, it's a sign of your growth. Madness always attacks stability. And your stability is like thunder in their chaotic world. You've become an unshakable tower of peace. That's why they're shaking with jealousy and fear. They can't figure out how you've remained so strong. Even those who secretly doubted you are now reaching out to reconnect. Because your glow has become impossible to deny. Your elevation is making them question everything they once believed. The tables aren't just turning, they've flipped completely. You are walking into places they swore you'd never reach. And they are falling into pits they dug for you. Type Amen to get blessing 212. They see you being loved now. Admired. Respected. And it eats at them, because that was supposed to be their role, to break you down in silence. But instead, your light exposed their darkness. They once had people fooled. But your strength has uncovered all the hidden truths. Now the crowd sees the real face behind the mask. Your blessings are not delayed anymore. You're not being held back by their energy. Everything they tried to withhold from you is flowing like a divine river in your favor. Their spiritual temper tantrum is loud, but heaven's protection is louder. Your journey is accelerating. and every mile you move forward leaves them drowning in the distance. Type Amen to get blessing 373. They will reach a point where they must face themselves. No one will come to rescue them. The manipulation they used on you is now circling back to devour them from within. The ones who clapped for your downfall are now silent. Because what they feared is happening, you are winning. And not just surviving, but thriving in every area they attacked. They can't fake peace anymore. Their spirit is restless. Their sleep is haunted by visions of your name rising beyond their imagination. Your resilience has become their punishment. They thought breaking you would make them powerful. But breaking free made you untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 848. You don't need revenge, your life is the testimony. You don't need to explain anything. The universe is speaking for you now. The road ahead is bright. But you will still hear echoes of the past chasing you in anger. Don't turn back. Keep going. The time for protection is not over. Stay in alignment. Keep your circle tight. Don't let their madness leak into your peace. Their mind is becoming their own prison. You are no longer the prisoner. You are the light on the other side of the bars. Type Amen to get blessing 989. Even if they apologize, remember the energy that tried to destroy you. Forgive, but never forget. They didn't lose you by accident, they lost you by choice. Your name is still burning on their tongue. Your growth is still boiling in their spirit. They will never forget what they couldn't control. You were meant to rise. You were never theirs to mold. The madness they carry is a warning to others. Never try to chain what God has chosen to set free. You're not lucky, you're divine. What's coming next is beyond their reach. Their chapter in your story has closed forever. Type Amen to get blessing 414. A person will approach you soon, with confirmation that this person has gone too far. Someone is worried for their sanity. You are not the only one who noticed, they are beginning to scare others too. You don't need to do anything. Just keep glowing. Keep rising. Keep loving yourself harder every day. Let your peace offend them. Let your silence speak louder than a scream. Let your elevation crush every false narrative. Because what they failed to destroy has now become unstoppable. And you, beloved, are finally free from the strings they once pulled. Type Amen to get blessing 636. Archangel Michael says, rejoice, not because they are suffering, but because you escaped. Because you broke the cycle. Because you refused to be anyone's prisoner. Walk proud, chosen one. Your freedom came at a cost, but it was worth it. The madness behind you cannot follow you into this new season. You are being called higher. You are being seen, heard, and valued in places they never thought you'd enter. And their shock will only grow. Soon, they won't even recognize the version of you that is rising. Because the old you was their prey. But the new you is divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 787. Fire, fire, fire. They are now watching from a distance as your name is mentioned in rooms they never expected. People who once ignored your potential are now seeking you out. This rise is real, and it's bigger than anything they tried to stop. Every post you make, every word you speak, every smile you share, it's a reminder to them that you've stepped out of their shadow. They never thought you would become the version of yourself that commands light wherever you go. That realization is driving them deeper into mental chaos. Their madness isn't just emotional anymore, it's becoming physical. Their body is reacting to their inner rage, their skin breaking out, their energy draining. Because obsession without access is a curse they created for themselves. What they once dismissed in you has now become the exact thing they crave to understand. But it's too late. They didn't appreciate you when they had you close. Now, from a distance, they can only watch and ache. Type Amen to get blessing 112. This is no longer about revenge or getting even, it's about divine separation. You were removed from their life not for your punishment but for your protection. You were chosen to walk a path they were never meant to be part of. They played with your emotions, but you turned your pain into power. They told people lies, but your life became a living truth. Every attempt to bring you down only made you rise with more purpose. Now they're sitting in a room full of memories, holding on to the version of you they can no longer reach. You're not answering their calls. You're not reacting to their provocations. That silence is what's tearing them apart the most. The noise of your absence is louder than your presence ever was to them. And that noise is destroying their sense of control. They don't know what to do when their favorite puppet becomes a lion. Type Amen to get blessing 393. They're now looking for someone else to blame. But everywhere they turn, fingers point back at them. The image they tried to protect is falling apart, and people are starting to see through it. Even those who once sided with them are beginning to question their intentions. Whispers are turning into confirmations. The lies are unraveling, thread by thread, in front of everyone. You don't need to prove anything anymore. The universe is handling the exposure. You are being vindicated in silence while they shout into an empty void. This isn't just the end of a toxic connection, it's the beginning of your divine reign.